Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're journeying back in time, deep into the heart of ancient Egypt, to answer one of history's most enduring questions. Who really built the pyramids? For centuries, the image of thousands of enslaved people toiling under the whips of harsh masters has dominated our imagination. This idea, largely popularized by Hollywood movies and ancient Greek accounts, paints a grim picture. The Greek historian Herodotus, visiting Egypt thousands of years after the Great Pyramid was built, wrote of 100,000 men working in 3-month shifts. While his account is fascinating, modern archaeology tells a very different and frankly more amazing story. So, if not slaves, then who? The answer is skilled Egyptian workers. These weren't just random laborers. They were respected members of society, organized, well-fed, and highly motivated. And how do we know this? Because they left behind clues, almost like a diary written in stone. In the 1990s, archaeologists made a groundbreaking discovery right next to the pyramids at Giza, a lost city, a complete workers' village. This wasn't a temporary camp. It was a planned urban center with streets, houses, bakeries, breweries, and even a medical facility with evidence of doctors setting broken bones. This was a community, a home for the people who dedicated their lives to this monumental project. Inside this village and in nearby tombs, we found the graves of the pyramid builders themselves. And here's the incredible part. Being buried near the sacred pyramids was a massive honor, a privilege reserved for those held in high esteem, not for enslaved people. Their skeletons tell us they lived hard lives. We see signs of intense physical labor, like arthritis and fused vertebrae. But we also see that their injuries were treated. They were cared for. They were valued. So what did a typical day look like for a pyramid builder? They weren't just hauling stones. The workforce was highly specialized. There were the quarrymen who cut the massive limestone blocks, the boatmen who transported them across the Nile during the annual flood, the stonemasons who shaped them with incredible precision, and the engineers and architects who oversaw the entire mind-bogglingly complex operation. These workers were organized into crews with fun, competitive names like the Friends of Khufu or the Drunkards of Menkaure. We know this from graffiti they left on the pyramid blocks themselves. These were notes, team names, and proud declarations of their work. It shows a sense of camaraderie and pride, not forced servitude. And what about their payment? They weren't paid in money as we know it, but in provisions. Excavations have uncovered evidence of enormous quantities of bread, beer, fish, and meat. We're talking thousands of pounds of beef, mutton, and goat being consumed daily. This diet, rich in protein, was essential to fuel the hard labor. They were fed better than the average Egyptian citizen. This wasn't the diet of an enslaved population. It was the compensation for skilled, essential workers. It's believed that there was a core permanent workforce of around 5,000 skilled craftsmen who lived in the village year-round. This team was then supplemented by a much larger, rotating workforce of about 20,000 to 30,000 people, likely farmers who came to work on the pyramids during the Nile's inundation season when their fields were flooded and couldn't be worked. For them, it was a form of national service, a way to contribute to a project of immense religious and cultural importance. Think about what this means. The pyramids weren't just built for the pharaoh. They were built by the people of Egypt, for their vision of the cosmos and the afterlife. The pharaoh was considered the bridge between the gods and humanity. Ensuring his successful journey to the afterlife was a national project that guaranteed the stability and prosperity of the entire kingdom. Building his tomb was an act of faith, a shared community effort that brought the nation together. So the next time you see the majestic pyramids of Giza, don't picture slaves suffering under the sun. Instead, imagine a bustling city of proud, skilled Egyptians. Picture the bakers pulling fresh bread from clay ovens, the doctors tending to the injured, and the stonemasons shouting encouragement to their teammates. See them as engineers, artists, and nation builders working together to achieve something truly immortal. The story of the pyramid builders is far more inspiring than the myth it replaced. It's a testament to human ingenuity, organization, and the power of a shared belief. It proves that ordinary people, when united by a grand purpose, can accomplish the extraordinary. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey back in time. If you found this as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into history's greatest mysteries. Let me know in the comments what other historical questions you'd like to explore together. Until next time, stay curious.